Hello, my name is Catherine and this is my channel So Much Sewing. Thank you very much for joining me here today. I really appreciate your company today. This channel, as the name might suggest, is all about sewing, and it's predominantly about sewing for myself, about fitting my new body after some weight loss, about replenishing my wardrobe because after the weight loss I had nothing to wear. It's about patterns and fabrics and just, all the general sort of sewing goodness. But today is all about unboxing the Dahlia Sewciety Bespoke Box for May, which the theme for this month is Frida Kahlo. At the moment, I would just like to pause and ask you the question, how long have I been doing this? How long have I been sitting down in front of a videoing little bits of goodness to share with the world? Well, it's been a while. It's been, 9 months, 10 months, something like that. And the reason I ask that question is because I've made a rookie mistake. I've already filmed my unboxing, but the sound was terrible. I'm using a plug-in microphone, and when I first started using it I was having all sorts of issues with strange noises happening in the background, and one of my beautiful viewers suggested to me that what I should do is, when I've got this plugged into my phone, is to put my phone on flight mode, because her husband thought that it was probably, notifications, text notifications and all that sort of thing, making these horrible screechy noises. And so I did start doing that. I would put my phone on, you can tell I'm using past tense here, I would put my phone on airplane mode, and that did work. It was correct. I can't remember your name, I'm very, very sorry, but you were correct. That's what was happening. It was the notifications making awful screeching noises on my phone as I was recording. So I got into the habit of putting it on airplane mode so that those horrible noises didn't happen. Well, I forgot to do that today, and so I filmed my unboxing and it was terrible. So many horrible noises. I can't possibly use it. So my apologies to you all. I have already opened my box. And apologies to Kristen. I know you really enjoy watching the reaction to the person who's opening the box, seeing their reaction to the fabric and what's inside. And I know that's half the joy for you, because it's like, I imagine it's like watching your kids unwrapping their presents at Christmas time. So I apologize to everybody. But so I'm going to run through what's in the box again. First of all, actually, I will say a big thank you to everybody who gave me messages of support and condolences after my last video. It was so lovely of you and so kind. Obviously, a difficult time, with my brother passing away unexpectedly like that. And it wasn't that I mentioned it to you because I wanted sympathy or attention or anything like that. I wanted to get back to some kind of normal life, and so I wanted to film my video because it was part of normal life and getting on with life. But of course I knew that I was not as bouncy and bubbly as I normally am, and that it would be very, very obvious to you. So I just mentioned it to you so that you would understand why I was flat. That's all. But so yeah, some beautiful comments, thank you so much. And my dog Butchie Boy is doing very, very well. He also was extremely sick at the time, and we did almost lose him. In fact, I had an appointment with the vet to do the necessary, but he picked up. He got a shot of steroids. He's on prednisone. We still don't really know what happened, but he got a swollen brain. He's got some kind of neurological issues with his legs, where his brain doesn't really talk to his legs very well, so he sort of drags his back legs a little bit, and he's a bit unsteady. So that's been going on for quite a while. We incidentally spent a lot of money replacing his knees a few years ago as well. But all of a sudden, his brain started swelling and he went blind virtually overnight, and he just got so sick. He was losing weight. He was very, very, very ill. But yeah, after his steroid shot and his prednisone, he's picked up. He's actually having a bit of a flat day to day. For the last several days, he was getting better and better every day, and we even got some wags out of him, and he was sort of trotting around a little bit like his old self. Today he's very flat, but I guess that happens when you're sick. You have your good days and your bad days. So we're just keeping a close eye on him, and we, giving him regular vet checkups, and so we'll just see how we go. He is an old dog for his age, old dog for his breed. He's 9, and his breed generally lives to sort of 7, 9, maybe 10 maximum sort of thing. So he's doing pretty well. We've had some really good loves with him over the last few days. So whatever happens in the future, he knows he's loved. We've had some beautiful time with him. So we'll just see how it goes. But anyway, I need to move on from that. And I will also tell you what I'm wearing before we carry on. This is a stuffed jersey, cotton jersey, that I got from the Dahlia Sewciety. And it's in this pattern, which I can't remember what number it is, but it's a big 4. I'll pop it up there. And it's just, I love it. It's just a very comfortable thing to wear, this cotton jersey. The stuff is amazing quality. I don't know if there's any stuff on her website at the moment. I know she's just got a big shipment of Poppy fabric, Poppy brand. There's some new boiled wools. Oh, and there's an amazing French terry. The brand is Poppy. It's a sort of a grimoire, sort of grim fairy tale type of scene on it. I'll see if I can grab a screenshot off her website and pop it up here for you to have a look at it. I couldn't resist. I immediately snapped up 2.5 meters of that gorgeous French terry. I just love the whole aesthetic of it. I love the colors. I love that it's sort of a dark grimoire theme. And I plan to make this sweatshirt with it from Style Arc. Well, it's a hoodie. And that hoodie, I believe, takes about 2.5 meters of fabric. And it takes 2.1 meters of fabric. I have 2.5 meters, so I should have plenty left over to incorporate into this sweatshirt, also from Style Arc. I'll use, it's got plenty of opportunities there for colour blocking in the panels. I've still got quite a lot of black French terry that I used to colour block this Stanton dress. Sorry, I feel like I'm being a bit of an idiot. I'm going to make this, I made that, and I might make that. Anyway, on to the unboxing, which is not an actual unboxing because, as I said, I had already filmed it and I blew it. But as always, this is how the boxes come. This month, the theme is Frida Kahlo. Frida Kahlo is a Mexican painter who lived in the earlier part of last century. And her paintings, very, very colourful. I'm sure that if you saw a Frida Kahlo painting or an image of Frida Kahlo, you would know exactly who it was. A lot of her paintings were about her Mexican heritage, her Mexican culture. Apart from that, she was just a very colourful, larger-than-life character. For, the early part of last century, she was, really very out there. And I am going to be so bold as to say gender fluid. She, if you see some images of her, you can see she's got the very thick, heavy eyebrows, which are very current and now, aren't they? But for the times, they were quite extreme. So very thick, heavy eyebrows. She often was seen sporting a moustache. And so, I really genuinely believe that she was gender fluid. and it's not something that is generally talked about though. I mean, Frida Kahlo has been on my radar for a long time. I've always been very interested in her, and I have sort of done research from time to time, and it's very rare for anybody to discuss her gender. Which, I mean, obviously, you know, it doesn't matter, you know, we all don't care about these things anymore, but it probably, I mean, for back in the day, it would have been pretty huge. So, yeah, very, very colourful character, very prolific painter, and this box is the inspiration that came about from Frida Kahlo. So, let's get into it. But first of all, I did buy some little extra bits that I had Kristen put in the box. She's always very agreeable to doing that if you purchase something around about the time that the bespoke box is coming out. She's very happy to combine the postage, you know, combine these items into the box so that you don't have to pay extra postage, which is awesome because for me in New Zealand it's 33 Australian dollars, which is probably 35, 36, 37 New Zealand dollars, something like that. Oh, there's Butcher, you just missed him. He got up. He's been asleep all day. He's just gone up to go outside. One of the side effects of prednisone is that you drink an awful lot. So he's drinking gallons, which of course means that it's got to come out again. So there's a lot of that going on as well. But I digress. So I purchased some buttons, and these are just some lovely pearl buttons, sort of shirt size, for my stash. And then I also got these silver, I think they were described as silver. They are, you know, they're not metal, they're plastic, I presume, but these are just handy buttons to have in your stash. And I also purchased some Seraflex thread. I still can't get Seraflex thread in New Zealand. The guy I mentioned previously who fixed my sewing machine said he was going to try and get Seraflex on his website. I haven't seen it come up yet, and I've been keeping an eye out. So no one that I can see in New Zealand sells Seraflex. There is a company who sells Seraflex, which is just a different brand, but it's a stretchy thread, and so I can't remember off the top of my head who that is, and I won't say a name in case it's wrong, so I'll put it down the bottom here. I'll research that and I'll put it down the bottom there. So you can get Seraflex from this one company that I've found, but why don't New Zealand stores sell Seraflex? My goodness me, it's such a game changer. I use it every time I sew a knit. I still use my overlocker, of course. I still use my cover stitch, of course, but it's just so fantastic to use the Seraflex. It just makes life so much simpler. But anyway, that rant is over. So I just got 2 spools of navy and 2 spools of green. I note Kristen's still out of the black, but I've asked her to notify me when that comes back in stock. That sounds very grandiose, doesn't it? There's a way of doing that on the website, so anybody can, you know, say notify me when this comes back into stock. So that's what I've done. So hopefully that comes back into stock soon. Yes, so now the box, and actually this month's a little bit different because the tissue paper's quite different. It's normally a plain, I think it's normally sort of like a burgundy colour. Hello, Jazzy. You probably can hear that in the background. That's Butch having a drink. He's a very thirsty boy, as I said before, and this is Fluffy coming for a pat now. So here we go. So the first thing that I took out of the box before was this bad boy. Look at that. This is a gorgeous cookie. It's got Smarties on it, and Smarties are what we ate before M&Ms came along. When, you know, Smarties are from my childhood, probably from everyone in Australia's childhood as well, but Smarties, see, they're just like an M&M basically. And so this looks like an awesome, look at the size of that cookie. I can't wait to eat that actually. I haven't got any pudding for after dinner tonight, so that's probably what that is going to be. Hey Butch, look, there's Butch. Hello. There's also a lemon drink, lemon tea. There's always a drink to go along with your snack, isn't there, Butch? Oh, you just knocked the camera. Sorry about that, folks. There's this beautiful Frida Kahlo coin purse or little makeup bag, and you can, I mean, you'll immediately recognize that image, I'm sure, and you can see, you know, her sort of quite masculine features, but she always dressed so beautifully and femininely and gorgeous, gorgeous colors. This is, for example, the artwork that Kristen's used for the Frida Kahlo box, and those colors are just very, very Frida Kahlo. She always wore lots, you know, very colourful dresses. Look at the flowers in her hair, just absolutely gorgeous. And on the back of this postcard, it says, "Nothing is worth more than laughter." And apparently that's attributable to Frida Kahlo. And that's a very nice saying indeed. So, like, lovely little coin purse. You get a label, and this label today says "Made with Love and Wine," which also seems very Frida Kahlo. I just imagine, I don't know, but I just imagine there was lots of red wine in her life. And so every month you get a QR code that takes you through to a video. Did you like the way I did that? Flashed it up fast so you could see that it was a QR code, but you couldn't see the QR code. But every month you get a discount to a pattern, and this month it's 30% off, which is an amazing discount. It's often 20% or 25%, but it's 30% off the Sew House 7 Regalia blouse, which is quite a new blouse out. It looks beautiful. It's quite similar to the Sagebrush in that it's got a high neck. Well, it's actually got a higher neck than the Sagebrush. It's got a yoke with some gathers on it, and I think that the fabric will look fantastic in it. So this, you get that discount, and the QR code takes you through to a video that Kristen has made where she talks about the items that are in the box. She talks about the inspiration behind the box. She talks about the fabric. And she also shows us what she has made with the fabric. So, you know, that's just a nice special little treat for anyone who purchases the box to go through and see that video. What else? Oh, there's a little wax melt. I couldn't decide what flavour this is. It might be rose. Oh yeah, it is actually quite fragrant. It wasn't coming through the plastic, but it is quite a sort of a florally. That's a wax melt. There. And so now we get to the goods. So this is 2.5 meters of cotton lawn, and it's just an explosion of color. Look at that. Look, look, look. So the colors are, they're sort of quite true to life, although this red here is much more of a bright, vibrant, true red in real life than it's showing on the screen. On the screen it looks a bit orangey and a bit more muted, but it's very vibrant, bright, true red. And all the rest of the colours are probably coming out pretty accurately. So I just think that's gorgeous, and that, you know, those colours, everything is sort of what you imagine the colours of Frida Kahlo, and you can imagine that gathered up into a little high hip. I think that'll be really nice actually, because with the long sleeves and the higher neck and the shorter length, because that's a lot of colour. And so I just think that pattern is actually going to be quite brilliant for this. So there is my unboxing. That's not an unboxing. Again, apologies to everybody, but you know, these things happen. I am filming another video this weekend. I am partway through making the Rosa dress from Tilly and the Buttons, as I said I was going to. And I've got some other plans underway afoot as well, so I'll talk you through those. And other than that, I'm going to love you and leave you, and I will look forward to seeing you again soon. I hope you'll subscribe and like and do all those things, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.